I'm shelving up here. They're secured with a secure net, so nothing to fall out. There's no big holes in them. Nothing's gonna get through the net. Down here, the nets are intact. Nothing hanging down in my line of sight. The visors work. They're not gonna fall down in front of me without me wanting them to. On the windows, there's no cracks whatsoever. None more than a quarter of an inch.
1 inch.
1 inch. Okay. Nothing on my dashboard to fly around except for this stuff. And then
That's mine.
Okay. Let's see here.
What are you back
I
there
got
laughing about?
a spare fuse for every fuse we got underneath there. If I had circuit breakers, we wouldn't need them. Extra fuses. I come over here and see my windows work, my electronic mirrors work. I can adjust the mirror right here. The mirrors, there's no cracks or broken. It's securely mounted and it's not going to move anywhere. Let's see here. Got the utility light, the shutdown overdrive, so I can make it somewhere or get over to the side of the road. Our steering wheel, there's no more 2 inches of play in it.
No more than what?
No more than 2 inches of play.
No more than 2 degrees of play or 2 inches of play in a 20 inch
20 degree
wheel.
steering wheel.
20-inch wheel.
Let's see, I have water gauge, oil gauge, RPM gauge, mile per hour gauge, air gauges, 2 of them, and a fuel gauge. Panel lights, footwell lights, a mirror heater, the trailer brake, the cruise control, the engine brake, the windshield wipers, the lights, the dome light, the marker lights. And of course, I don't need these, but the accident differential, the fifth wheel lock, and the suspension. The bumper override controls the wheels back there. My defrost works. I got my trailer brakes and my parking brakes. The radio, I don't really need that.
Bring it all on.
Stick shift, no, it's not cracked or broken. The boot is intact, and so that way we don't get asphyxiated. There's no holes or cracks in it, nothing like that. Nothing on the floor that could roll underneath my steering wheel, or not the steering wheel, foot pedals. Nothing to, it's not dirty down there except a little dust, whatever. My seat belt, it works. It's not cracked, frayed, torn, and it's locks. It doesn't come undone unless I wanted to by pushing the button. Let's see here, make sure it's not in gear. I can turn it on, and all my gauges, they work. My defrosters work. That my pressure gauges work. Let's see, I have at least 120 psi pressure. I'll need 100 to perform the test.
Alright, before we get to stag test, there's a couple things we missed on our regular in-cab inspection. What were they? Guys?
The horn,
city, and air?
The fire extinguisher,
all the emergency stuff.
No, he got the seatbelt and he got fuses. You missed the
fire
triangles,
fire extinguisher, and the triangles.
And the pedals.
He did not mention the wipers. He did not mention the pedals. Okay, all the instrumentation I don't even know about, just specific things. Okay?
The weather strip on the window.
Like on your pedals, clutch pedal. No more
I
than
was
2.
going to do the pedals. I just
No more than, yeah, but then you went right into
the needles.
Exactly. That's a separate test. You do your in-cab, then your stag test is separate for the brakes, and then your 4-brake test is separate from that.
Okay.
Wipers, make sure that they're firm, appear to be firm to the windshield. Turn them on. Make sure you got no rubber missing, no cracks in them. Okay. Pedals, clutch pedal, you want to make sure there's no more than 2 inches of play in it. Okay.
Not more than 2 inches?
Not 2 inches. Brake pedal, you'll make sure it's firm. When you press it, it don't fall to the floor.
Firm.
Clean and grooved. Clean the grease, oil, any debris.
Nothing making me slip.
You did mention debris in that area when you mentioned the floor, but it's still got a bit of there too.
Should have mentioned the pedals when I was talking about debris on the floor.
What you did was you did great coming to here and to here, and then when you got to here is where you started to screw it up. You went to the dash, it's great. Go to the wipers next. Then go to your dash, work your way across the dash.
Yeah.
Then steering wheel, horns. Then you go right down to the pedals and stuff. Then come over to the shifter. Then go to the floor. Then go to your safety devices and done. Okay?
Okay.
Oh no, not bad. A couple major things missed, like the wipers, the pedals, 2 of the safety devices. Okay, let's perform a static test. What are we going to do first?
Okay. I'm going to turn the engine on.
Anytime you start the truck, it's best to have the clutch pedal pressed in. Less wear and tear on that clutch. After you start it, you don't need to let it back out. What's the first thing we're looking for?
Well, we're looking for the gauges, set. It's at 120 psi, or 100 psi.
Alright, on a regular stop, you always want to make sure you got some kind of oil pressure. Okay, if that does not read any pressure within the first 30 seconds, shut it off. Something's wrong. Okay. And as you see right now underneath your digital, your instrumentation, that is where your voltmeter is at. It's electronic in this truck, not an actual gauge.